people can see me. It's too dark without it. See, it's too dark without it. I don't know why it's so dark, because the street doesn't seem that dark, but apparently it is. What's happening? I am behind what should be a very busy, thriving Edinburgh Fringe venue, and it's super quiet. I mean, there are people around, but it's so quiet, especially for the last weekend, last Saturday of the Fringe. It's super quiet. Ask the guys if they can talk a wee bit louder, because I can't quite hear every single detail of the conversation. Fucking dicks. Why has nobody said hi yet? It's really weird. Third shot. Don't know what that means. I'll have to elaborate. You can't really see very much from here. Normally there's a big inflatable cow in there, and you know, lots of gigs. It's more like a beer garden this year. I mean, it's usually a beer garden, but it's like quieter. It's weird. There's no artist bar or anything either this year. Normally there's like a dedicated artist bar for performers only, and they're not doing that this year. It's kind of strange. It's like a half-arsed Edinburgh Fringe. Why is my phone buzzing at me? I was going to take you for a little walk around the venues, but I don't think there's much to see. I do it every other year. Maybe we'll leave it till next year. My thing should be up and running and normal again. What's been happening? You're all very quiet. Why are you all so quiet? It's weird. I wish I could switch my car light off. But then you won't be able to see me. Will it matter if you can't see me? Will it be okay if we're sitting in the dark? You were just dancing in the dark. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Hey baby! I can't see my face anyway because of the comments right across it. But all you guys can see is like the part of the building behind me. Even if we're just dancing in the dark. Hey baby! Only to make a move. Even if we're just dancing in the dark. I guess nobody's going to talk to me. You're all very quiet. If you're not going to talk to me, there's no point in me talking to myself. I'm not that interesting that I would want to be talking to myself. What are you all doing on your Saturday / Sunday mornings, depending on where you are? I know there's 32 people passed through this room and nobody said anything. It's weird. Hey baby! I better not sing that too loudly, that guy might think I was singing to him. Normally this would just be full of people and completely buzzing, and look how quiet the street is. Like normally this would just be full of people. It's so weird. And this all the way down here would just be, it would be all billboards with like posters for shows all the way down here, and it's just the normal things. It's so weird. And not as weird as last year when there was no fringe at all, but like this is the smallest, quietest fringe I've ever seen in my lifetime. Even if we're just dancing in the dark. Do, 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 do. Right, if nobody's going to talk to me, there's no point in me being here. Like, I'm not going to sit and talk to myself. That's weird. Ooh, why does that feel hot? Hello? Is there anybody there? Oh man, I need to go collect somebody. So I'm gonna have to go. I thought, I know what I'll do. I'll pop on a Haps for half an hour, see what everybody's up to. There's somebody walking right towards my car. Like, they're not even walking on the pavement, they're just like walking right towards my fucking car. Like, what are you doing? And then he had the cheek to fucking stare at me like I'm the one being weird. Like, fuck off. Hello, Thomas. How's it going? What's happening? If I put the light on, then everybody can see me, and then I'm a target for fucking weirdos walking towards my car. I don't understand why it's so dark outside that I can't just have the ambient light from outside. Like, I don't know why it's so dark in the car. It's weird. Normally it would be like bright enough that you could see me fine without having to put the interior light on. Anyway, the point is, it's weirdly quiet for an Edinburgh Fringe. You can almost see the moon in between the trees. I would have taken you into the artists bar and shown you around, and could have seen if there were any famous faces, but there aren't any artist bars this year. I'm alright, thanks for asking. It's been a busy day. It's been a busy day. Busy, busy, busy. There's a woman just running up the street. Asked one of the guys to fill up my flask with some hot water. I've got, you know, those instant I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. Like, there's like instant latte and instant cappuccino, and there's like an Irish latte flavour one. And you need hot water, and you kind of stir it. You don't need like a machine or anything to make it. It's just like an instant sachet thing. And I knew I was going to have to like be out and about where there are no cafes open at this time. Because even during the normal Fringe Festival, you can maybe get a coffee up until possibly 1 o'clock in the morning. But with there being so many things closed this year, I knew I wasn't going to be able to get a coffee. So I asked them to fill up my flask with some hot water. What is this lassie doing next to my car? You lost your brother-in-law. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. That's really shitty. What's the situation with I swear to God, right? I've got my phone pointing in this direction because I'm talking to you, and she has literally just stood there. Like, what is she doing? She probably thinks I'm filming her. What was I saying? What's the situation with, like, are you able to have funerals where you are? Because I think that's something that's been really difficult, is people not being able to actually attend a funeral. I think that's really hard. I'm sorry to hear that. You buried him already. It's good that you had a good turnout. I'm glad you were able to have an actual funeral for him, because I think so many people have been lost that haven't been able to have a funeral, and I think that really sucks for for those families, you know. I'm so self-conscious with this interior light on in my car. I didn't expect somebody to come and stand like right next to my fucking car when I'm live streaming. It's such a quiet street. I can understand that. I don't think that matters so much, as long as you could actually say your goodbyes, you know. I'm sorry to hear it. Sorry, I'm switching this off for a minute because I don't know why she's fucking standing there, and I feel really like I don't know what the fuck she's trying to do. But it's, that dude's wearing jodhpurs and knee-high boots. And do you know what? He actually carries them off. I don't know if that's his normal attire, or if he's in like a production of something that requires him to wear jodhpurs and high-heeled, high knee-high boots. But either way, he's rocking that look. I wish this lassie would fuck off away from the side of my car. She's still standing there. She's like behind this pillar. Yeah. What is she doing? Is she filming me? Like, what is she doing? Oh, I'm fine. But, you know, I thought I'd parked up my car and, you know, around the back of the venue. Thought, oh, it's fair enough, it's quiet, it's a bit dark, but, you know, I'll switch my light on. I didn't expect somebody to come and fucking stand next to my car. Like, fuck off. There's a whole empty street. A whole empty street to stand in. He wants to fucking stand there when I'm streaming. Oh man. So I'm guessing your time will pretty much have been, you know, occupied with that then. That's kind of shitty. My windscreen looks filthy. It needs a wash. It's weird, man. I have no idea what she's doing. I want to switch my light back on again, so you can actually see my face when I'm talking to you. But I've literally got somebody standing right next to my car. In my like, it wouldn't be so bad if she was like behind the car or behind me, but she's like right in my fucking sight line. So I'm aware that she's standing right, do you know what I mean? Like, oh, she's finally fucked off away over there. Jesus. Maybe she heard me because my window's open. Hello again. Can you see me now? Fuck. Don't know what the fuck that was all about. Imagine seeing somebody, right, i.e. me, sitting in the car talking on the phone with the light on, because obviously they can see me, and then coming and standing right in front of their fucking car. Like, what's that all about? Look at me, 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 look at me. I'm going to stand right in front of you. Look at me, look at me. Fucking look at me. Jesus. I'll tell you what though, I'm a coffee snob, right? I like proper coffee. And I've got like a bean to cup machine and all that at home. But that instant Nescafe Irish flavoured latte, that's nice. I'm enjoying it. Hello, Paul. How be thee? I'm actually enjoying that. It tastes like an Irish coffee, even though there's no booze in it. Nom 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 nom. I was gonna oh, happy belated birthday. I was gonna take you around the fringe venues, but there's nothing to see. Like, you know how normally, mind you, you've probably seen it a bazillion times because I do it every year, but there's really nothing to see this year. There's no like artist bars or anything. Everybody knows what a beer garden looks like. There's no point in walking you through those, even though there's hundreds of them. I don't normally put anything in my coffee, just milk. Just coffee with milk. But and like I say, I'm not really a big instant. I mean, if all I've got is instant, I'll drink it. But I'm not a big instant fan. But that's nice. I had those with me because I knew that I wouldn't be able to get a cafe anywhere, and I knew that one of the guys at one of the venues would fill it up. With some hot water for me. You've missed driving with Helen. I haven't done a driving broadcast tonight, and I can't because my phone holder that goes on the windscreen has broken. So you know how like there's a suction sucker, and then like a little thing a tension thing that holds the suction in place, and that's broken. So I need to get a new phone holder. So I'm sitting holding the phone in my hand while I'm talking to you, but it's my dodgy hand. I knackered my wrist. I've damaged the ligaments in my wrist. So that's like, I've got like a strap thing. Oh, I can't turn it that way, it hurts. So I'm kind of balancing the phone on my dodgy hand. But I need to get a new phone holder for the car. I've got one in the house that goes on the vent. You know, the vent one. But the problem with this car, because it was from the old car, the problem with this car is the vents are so low that would literally make the phone like at tit level. And you wouldn't be able to see outside, so I still couldn't do a driving broadcast because you wouldn't see outside the window. So I need to get a proper phone holder. I'll get there eventually. What have you been up to? It's been your birthday. Did you do anything nice? Actually, it's funny, it was my mum's birthday yesterday as well. That's still quite busy in there, you know, even though it's like almost 1 a.m. There's a lot of bodies to and froing. But I think all the actual, like, comedy gigs are wrapped up for the night. TV, it might have late night shows. They might be doing Spank or Late and Live or something. Nothing wrong with tit level. There is when you're trying to broadcast outside and show people the scenery. Meal of family and partner tit, yeah. Nice, that's cool. That's cool. I've got a car, fucking, I don't know what it's doing, right? But it's reversing up the street, but it's got its full beams on. Like, it went up the street, and then it turned around, and then it started to drive down the street, and then it reversed back up the street, but it reversed up the street with its fucking full headlights on. I think I might have actually dipped them now because I'm not getting blinded like I was a minute ago. Jesus. I feel like even though like it's dead quiet, the one or two people that are out are all fucking attention-seeking cunts. I'm sitting here trying to have a conversation with you guys, and they're all like, "Look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me. I'm here, look at me." It's completely unnecessary in a city, Thomas. This road is well enough lit. Do you know what I mean? Like, you only need your full beams when you're on a fucking country road and there's no light in. In fact, the lights in the city are more so that other people can see you rather than so that you can actually see. Do you know what I mean? When you've got your lights on in the city, it's so that other people can fucking see your vehicle. Oh, people are idiots, man. Anyway, at least I'm not being blinded by the lights anymore. I'm enjoying that. Isn't that weird? I am aware that because I've got the light on in this car, everybody can see what I'm doing. Normally I'd be a little bit more inconspicuous than this. Ooh, I'm blinded by the lights. Your cat's eyes in the road. On the motorways, yep. That's more to kind of like mark out the positioning of like the lanes and stuff. So they're like different colours depending on what part of the road they're on. Lanes. I know I had a brain fart there for a second. Obviously that instant fucking latte coffee hasn't got very much fucking caffeine in it because it's not doing anything to fire up the synapses. It tastes nice, but it's not doing anything for the old noggin. Oh man. Shall we have a look at the pretty lights instead of looking at my face? We could have taken a wee wander through the area, but I'm sure you've all seen a beer garden before. My hand. Ugh. Trying to get comfortable. Oh! Okay, that's interesting. All I did was touch the screen and it turned back around again. I didn't even need to press the little camera button, all I did was touch the screen. Oh, it didn't work. Oh, no, it didn't work again that time. That's interesting. Very interesting. Well, folks, think it might be time to get going. What time is that? 1 AM. I wonder if Pleasance Dome's still open. Hey Tony, what's happening? I really should have taken a wander up there. I don't know if I can be arsed, you know. The Fringe finishes on Monday. It's been on since the 6th. You know? I don't know if I can bother finding out what's on now. There's only like a day and a half to go. How's New York, Tony? What's happening? I feel so exposed. We just go down. He's obviously an Aussie. They're talking about which direction they're going to walk in. There's no point in going to the fucking grass market. It'll be mobbed. Looking forward to watching the tattoo highlights. There isn't a tattoo this year. There isn't a tattoo this year. And there's barely even a fringe. Like I say, it's tiny in comparison to what it's normally like. I mean, they've built a venue, but you know, the big inflatable cow and the artist bar, none of that's here. It's pared right down this year, and the number of performances are much fewer than normal as well. And they've done another thing as well, which is weird. Like, it isn't all focused around the city centre this year. They've got other venues further out. I mean, there's always been big names that have done venues like the EICC or whatever, but even venues like the Corn Exchange, which is a good sort of maybe 3 miles out of the town centre, you know, they've been using venues further out. I think they've even had stuff out near the Gyle, which is like on the outskirts of town. I guess because they weren't sure if the social distancing thing was going to be a thing. See you later, Thomas. Have a fantastic day, night, evening. I forget where you are, Thomas. I don't know what time it is. But thank you for popping in, and be safe. Next year I'll take you around the streets of Philadelphia. Na 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 na. Have a cracking night. What was I saying? Next year I'll take you around the venues. Last year there was no Fringe. It was cancelled completely. The year before that was the last one before Periscope died. I was just walking around scoping, and we bumped into Hardeeps and Coley and Kate Copstick. That's probably up on the replays somewhere. Just mind my own business, talking to you guys, and I hear Helen. I turned round and there's Hardeep waiting to get a hug. It's weird. It's seen it this quiet. It's weird. Normally the town's just complete. I mean, the town's busy, but normally it's completely mobbed with people. Next year I'll take you around, and there should be hopefully back to normal. We can actually go into the artist bars and stuff. I'm enjoying that. Hey Molly, what's happening? can't believe I was trying to talk to you last night and you couldn't hear a fucking thing I was saying. I was asking you if you were going to show us some of your innovations, if you were going to broadcast some of your innovations, because that stuff's fascinating. But you couldn't fucking hear me. You should put some music on, eh? Because I know that the bar's got music, you can't really hear it properly. What shall we play? Prison chains carry the cross of my shame. You know I believe it, but I still haven't found what I'm looking for. Yeah, do that, because I'm genuinely interested. I love architectural detail, you know? I love architrave and skirting boards and all that stuff. Old cast iron fireplaces. I haven't found what I'm looking for. I shouldn't do that when I'm sitting in the car with my jeans on, squashing my stomach. It's not exactly conducive to singing properly. Synths all over the shop, man. You can't hear that, but this whole car is like, you can feel the music. To be fair, the car does have a really good sound system. You don't just hear this, you feel it. There must be a Moog in there somewhere. Just keeping my eye on the time. Some shattered windscreen across the plaza. Italian cars. It's easier to dance when I'm not underneath a bright light. I don't mind dancing and making a complete twat of myself in the car when it's harder for people to see me do it. Plaza. To be fair, I normally don't give a shit, but for whatever reason, I'm feeling exposed tonight. Just figured how to replace missing pieces of the dental work detail. The dental work detail? I was cutting tiny wooden rectangles that fit. Tomorrow I'm going to glue them into the empty spots. Dental work detail. That makes it sound like you're like doing some like on the side dentistry, and you're going to put little blocks of wood in someone's mouth. Across the plaza. Please don't moonlight as a dentist unless you're qualified, Molly. I don't want anyone trying to sue you. I might have to put the phone down because renovations of our old house makes me respect those who built this. Absolutely. Craftsmanship is not the same now as it used to be. If I put that there, what happens with the imaging, because obviously I've got this on portrait and the camera is now in landscape, does that cause a problem in terms of how it's laid out? You can see the cable on the bloody doodads. Hang on. Let's have a little look. Let's skip it. Yeah, you look at some of the stonemasonry, some of the craftsmanship in the old buildings in Edinburgh. It's pretty amazing. We're sitting in a square in Edinburgh where it's predominantly Georgian architecture. This is George Square, and we're right next to the university buildings. These are kind of small for Georgian buildings, but they've got the sort of traditional pillars outside the doors. But the ones in George Street in the centre of town, like right in the centre of town, are like massive sash and case windows from floor to ceiling, you know, they're huge. They've got hot dogs. Do you think I should ask them where they got their food from? Because I kind of feel hungry. Shall we mug them for their hot dogs? Standing on my own, it didn't mean that much to me. I thought I had it all. I didn't see the mystery. I stood the test of time and took the step to find love's great adventure. Is that on the cornicing though? Is that what you mean? Normally there's a guitar in there, but that wasn't in that for some reason because it's a remix. Oh God, there's a whole group of people walking up behind us the street. Yeah, same here. It's the same here. Cheap builds. They don't have any proper I mean, the tenement buildings here have got like 3 feet thick walls, sandstone walls, and the new stuff's like almost like it's like what you guys would call drywall. It's like chipboard, not chipboard, like plasterboard walls. Hi DJ DDK, how's it going? Like empty, tuneless harmonies, love's great adventures, mine. There's my guitar part. what's happening. It didn't mean that much to me. Started to enjoy the poetry and symphonies. I took it in my stride and hailed the day I tried love's great adventure. 9 hours. I thought I was bad for that shit, Brian. Curves of it over the arch at the bottom of the second floor stairs. There's curves of it over the arch at the bottom of the second floor stairs. I'd love to see it, Molly. If you want, put photographs on your profile and I'll have a look. Because like I say, I love that stuff. I feel like I just breathed in the wrong way there for a second. What was I talking about? Yeah, 9 hours. Molly, do you remember when Sid used to go live for 11 hours? Or 12 hours, whatever the maximum was perhaps. And then he would just leave it running while he slept. Until it cut off. Was it 11 hours or 12 hours? World record for the longest non-stop mixing, probably. You should contact the Guinness Book of World Records and see if that's a thing. And then get entered for it. Standing on my own, it didn't mean that much to me. Thought I had it all. Yeah. I feel like I've got to watch what I'm saying. You know what happened? It's never been discussed ever again. You know, it just is what it is, but... I don't think so. I wouldn't know. I'm pretty sure that we're blocked each other, but does anybody recognise this voice? Do you know who this is? Hi Christian, how's it going? I was just asking anybody if they recognise the vocalist. He's got quite a distinctive voice. I won't fight your anger, every curse of my kind. Confront your prejudice till you leave it behind. Celebrate my difference with only truth as my defense. Ooh, my love, always ruled by love. It's not Bowie, but Bowie was this person's idol. This person idolizes Bowie. It's Boy George. I don't know if you remember Boy George. It's Rusty Egan and Boy George. They were both part of the Blitz scene. I'm going to bush them one day. I'm going to broadcast for as long as I can, see what happens. You can only broadcast for a maximum of 12 hours or 11 hours. I think it's 12 hours. and then it cuts off automatically. That's what I was trying to say to you. There are people who used to do that, but Haps automatically cuts off. Oh, hatred must turn to dust. Turn to dust and turn. Oh, hatred must turn to dust. Turn to dust. How do we feel about Depeche Mode? Do we have anybody in the house who likes Depeche Mode? This is the playlist of tracks that I played on my radio show on Thursday. So I was just, because it's easy, it's already on there. And it's Depeche Mode track. Let's do Depeche. So what y'all doing with your day, or your evening, or your night, or your day? What time is it over there, Ryan? Must be late morning? Or in the early afternoon? My God, what have we done to you? We always try to share the tenderest of care. Now look what we have put you through. Things get damaged, things get broken. I thought we'd manage, but words left unspoken left us so brittle. There was so little left to give. This track is called Precious by Depeche Mode. Is it only the back at 8? Bedtime? You lightweight, Molly. Yeah, no, it cuts off. It's to do with bandwidth. So they have a limiter on it for 12 hours. So that you're not using up too much bandwidth. Obviously, you can restart again immediately, but I'm sure the limit's 12. Double check with the Haps boys, but I'm pretty sure it's 12. 5:20 PM. I'm trying to think where you are. Is that Pacific time? No. Your Sunday at 10:30 in the morning. Yeah, I thought that late morning. Yes. Those are the words. It's correct. I know that Perth's a couple of hours behind you, Ryan. I pray you learn to trust. Have faith in both of us. And keep room in your hearts for two. Things get damaged, things get broken. I thought we'd manage, but words left unspoken left us so brittle. There was so little left to give. See hours. Do you have any requests? Because I've got Spotify, we can play anything you want. What would you like to hear? Any ideas? I don't know if he'll dig Jean-Michel Jarre, so we'll skip that track. When your time runs out and you're looking for a place to land, I'll step from the shadow into the palm of your hand. When you're out of love, I'll be what you're looking for, even if it's not who I am. Joan Armatudin. What song? Drop the Pilot. I'll be what you're looking for, even if it's not who I am. I can change. Hello, Vincent. I can change. I can change for you. Okay, the woman with the sexy voice. Have a good one. Have a good day. Have a good Sunday. And reacquainting yourself with your music. Let's do Drop the Pilot. I haven't heard this for years, but it reminds me of my mum's, as lots of music does, because she brainwashed me as a child. I'm right on target. My aim is great. So you're in love. I say what a bit. Things can change. That's always changing. Your request is for the song that surprised you the most. And I wanna try. So rearrange. There's a big crowd of people coming down the street. Just bear with me a second while I go a bit quiet. To fight a losing battle. Who wants to request a song next? I'm after the song that made you what the fuck me. I can't think of one. I've got a very, very eclectic taste. The only person you know that knows our music. Joan Armatudin's a legend. Songwriting legend. I haven't listened to her stuff for ages. Smell of perfume. How easy run to fight a losing battle. Just pick something that you like and I'll play it. Even if I think it's shite, I'll still play it. Alright? How's that for a deal? Uncontrollable Urge. Debbie. Do you mean Devo? Okay. ever that big into Devo, you know. They were alright. I think they were overrated in the same way that I think the Ultravox were underrated. Alright, Frank, let's do your Uncontrollable Urge. Thank you for jogging my memory over Joan Armatrading. I enjoyed that. I wish I had a phone holder on the windscreen. We could have taken a little drive around Edinburgh. But I've nothing to put the phone onto. Foles inhaler. You are welcome, Molly. It's a pleasure. This is just standard C-chord punk, isn't it, really? Let's be honest. I wonder how long it took them to come up with those lyrics. I bet you they were up all night thinking about them. Yeah. I'm thinking that we have to subject you to some empathy test after this. Somebody tried to do an impromptu photo shoot in the middle of the street at 1:30 in the morning with an iPhone. I'm thinking, dude, you need some off-camera flash with that. Okay, here's your full song. I just thought of one as well when I was listening to that. This is track, but it's very like White Lies slash kind of Editors slash early Killers. I like this. Next door neighbour was an Ice House. Ice House, the Australian band Ice House. I know that band. I'm not overly familiar with their work, but I know some of their stuff. There's not a lot that I don't like, unless it's jazz. I've had this conversation before. For some reason I can't do jazz. I've tried. It's too pretentious for me. I can't deal with it. Okay, I've got one for you. Does anybody remember this track? Editors.
We're only making plans for Nigel. Nigel just needs that helping hand. I live young Nigel says he's happy. He must be happy. He must be happy. He must be happy in his world.
XTC. There was another track that was used in an advert over here for insurance or something, and it was a track called what was it called? It was by Santa Gold. Desperate Youth or Disparate Youth. And whenever I heard that advert, all I could hear was this track. All I could hear was plans for Nigel. I don't know if it's like the rhythm, the bass. That's all I could hear. It's a good track as well, but in my head all I could hear was Nigel. So during one of my radio shows, I merged the two together. I was like, listen to this. I can't be the only person that hears this. Nigel.
Nigel just needs this helping hand, yeah. And if young Nigel says he's happy, he must be happy, he must be happy, he must be happy in his world.
I've never seen them live.
We're only making plans for Nigel. We only want what's best for him. We're only making plans for Nigel. Nigel just needs this helping hand.
A little bit in the bottom of that, but I think it'll probably not be very warm now.
We're only making plans for Nigel.
I love Newman. I love the Pretenders as well. I photographed the Pretenders. I just played a Gary Newman track on my show I think I was going to say last night. It was Thursday night. I'll play the Editors track that who was it that asked for that? That Vincent asked for, and then I'll play the Gary Newman one. And then I might need to think about making a move because it's 1:45 in the morning. See, I like Editors, but I love White Lies even more. It does, you're right. I think most of the stuff that I listen to does. It's not like the cheesy fucking Stop Aitken and Waterman shit that all sounds the same. Like the very late 70s, early 80s, post-punk, new wave, early synth stuff all sounds like it could have been produced last week. All of those bands. You listen to early Simple Minds or Ultravox or OMD, you know, Orchestral Maneuvers in the Dark, or early Human League, Newman, Visage. got a friend who's a massive fan of Thin Lips. Videographer pal of mine's big into them. I think some of the best stuff that's around just now isn't getting played on commercial radio. Some fantastic bands that are not even signed to labels. I know that I'm always banging on about Empathy Test, but I mean Vandal Moon and Couple No Name. Slow Readers Club do have a label now, but they were first the albums they were doing it independently on their own. They're a fucking fantastic band as well. Okay, tell me if you know this track. No, not that track. That's not what I pressed. My radio show, you would have already heard at least 3 or 4 tracks from that album. This is how I know people who listen and people who don't. This fretless bass on this sounds a lot like Mick Karn from Japan, but it wasn't him, it was someone else. I can't remember the bassist's name. But this track sounds like it could have or should have been a Japan song. You know the band Japan? I'm going to play one track after this and then I'm going to go because it's 10 to 2 in the morning. Places to go. So many tracks to choose from in so little time. I don't know whether to play White Lies or Empathy Test. Let's go White Lies. I think I brainwash everybody enough with Empathy Test all the time. Here's a dude right behind the camera, right in front of my car, who's moving barrels and he's looking right into my face, smiling. He's walked away now. You're getting even, you're getting even. Better stop believing I can forgive and we can forget. Even after all this loving of nonsense. Like there was talk about moving back to the UK. Listen to some reason, there's nothing in your dreams, but if you're getting even, you're getting even, trying to get even, better stop believing I could forgive, and we could forget, wrestling of conscience, and we could forget.
best of me, best of me. So hard to be free, lonely and free and not in love.
Have a good one. It's not evening here anymore. It's 1 to 2 in the morning.
You're getting even. You're getting even.
I need to be somewhere in 4 minutes.
I could forgive, and we could forget. And we could forget. You're getting even, and we could forget. We could forget. Even, you're getting even.
Right, guys. I'm going to love you and leave you. Have a great day, or night, or evening, or whatever it is, wherever you are. Thanks for keeping me company and killing some time while I needed to kill some time. And listening to my dodgy singing. See you later. I've completely forgotten how to end this on the mobile. Molly, I didn't know you were still there. See you later, darling. Have a great night. Bye. I shut you out, but you still